We don't know exactly how long we're going to be waiting for an Elden Ring 2, even if it does seem like an inevitability, but as far as the near future is concerned, fans of FromSoftware's open world epic have something rather unexpected to keep an eye on. A standalone multiplayer title set in the Elden Ring universe wasn't on anyone's bingo card, so suffice it to say, Elden Ring Nightrain's announcement at the Game Awards came as a surprise to many. Due out next year, the game represents an intriguing experiment from FromSoftware, and for fans of the studio's works, an unusual proposition, as its first ever multiplayer-centric title, and one spinning off from an unexpected source on top of that. Nevertheless, there's plenty that we've already learned about Elden Ring Nightrain so far, even if the coming weeks and months are likely to bring plenty more information. So join us as we go over the key early details you should know about the game. Premise: Elden Ring meets Monster Hunter sort of begins to capture the idea, but there's much more to Nightrain than that. Directed by FromSoftware veteran Junya Ishizaki, Nightrain is a run-based PvE co-op action RPG that reuses and remixes Elden Ring's world, enemies and weapons, mechanics, and other elements, all repurposed to deliver a new and different multiplayer experience. Movement is faster and nimbler, the structure has been entirely changed, and the focus, of course, is now on multiplayer. Limvald. Elden Ring Nightrain is set in Limvald, which FromSoftware has stressed is not the same as Elden Ring's setting, and more of a remixed and parallel version of Limgrave. Players will find plenty of familiar elements in the setting's environments, but FromSoftware says the game is a spin-off that is set parallel to the world and events of Elden Ring, which means the two don't intersect or affect each other in any other way. And yes, that also means A Song of Ice and Fire author George R.R. Martin, the lore master behind the world and setting of Elden Ring, had no involvement in Nightrain or its world, as confirmed by game director Junya Ishizaki in an interview with IGN. 3-day structure. Each run in Elden Ring Nightrain is built around a 3-day structure, which interestingly enough also makes use of battle royale elements. Making use of a day/night system, the game tasks players with surviving 3 days while exploring and facing the dangers of Limveld. Each night brings a different boss fight, and yes, you can expect plenty of familiar Elden Ring bosses, with a total of 8 included in the game. And at the beginning of the following day, a large circle will have shrunk inward, battle royale style. If you make it to the end of the 3rd day, you'll be faced with the run's final boss, dubbed the Night Lord. Playable heroes. Elden Ring Nightrain is also taking minor cues from class-based multiplayer experiences, in that it doesn't necessarily have classes but does allow players to play as one of 8 different characters, each equipped with unique abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. FromSoftware has yet to reveal finer details on these playable heroes, but in the aforementioned IGN interview, Ishizaki revealed that one of the 8 characters uses a Spirit Ash sort of spiritual buddy as a gameplay mechanic. Progression and customization. Being a run-based roguelike, Elden Ring Nightrain will draw a distinction between run-based and overarching progression, and as far as the former is concerned, you can expect it to deviate from Elden Ring's formula in several ways. Players will spend runs looking for stronger weapons to use against enemies, while at Sites of Grace, you'll also be able to level up your character. Leveling up will also bring different stat buffs and advantages based on which of the 8 characters you're playing as. The beginning of each run will reset all of this back to zilch, though the game will still allow players to make permanent upgrades. Speaking of which, Relics. The biggest reward that players are going to want to keep an eye on during their runs in Nightrain are Relics. Relics can be earned in a run regardless of how far you make it, and these provide a variety of unique upgrades that are permanent across all runs. You can upgrade your attack stats, your total HP, or apply a variety of unique buffs that will make future runs easier for both you and your allies. Co-op or solo. Elden Ring Nightrain is designed as a primarily multiplayer experience, being a first for FromSoftware in that regard, even though the studio has of course included strong multiplayer elements in plenty of its titles over the years. The intended way to play the game is as a 3-player co-op experience, though it has been confirmed that you can also play it solo. Playing in a party of 2 won't be possible, and as you might imagine, the game and its difficulty will scale based on whether you're playing alone or in a party of 3. Not full-priced. FromSoftware has explicitly dubbed Elden Ring Nightrain as a spin-off, and sure enough, the multiplayer title is going to be priced accordingly. Specific details have yet to be revealed by FromSoftware or publisher Bandai Namco, but Ishizaki has confirmed to PC Gamer that the game won't be full-priced, with pricing instead being comparable to Shadow of the Erdtree. The expansion, for reference, is sold at a price of $39.99, so presumably, that's what we can expect from Nightrain 2. Not live service. Elden Ring Nightrain is clearly a multiplayer-first title, and while it's easy to assume that any multiplayer title coming out now is going to be a live service game, FromSoftware says that's not quite the case with Nightrain. Speaking with PC Gamer, Ishizaki made it clear that the studio doesn't consider the game a live service experience. With Nightrain, we wanted to have a game that felt like a complete package out of the box on the day of purchase, so everything is unlockable, everything is contained within that purchase. It's not what we'd consider a live service game, he said. The director added that though patches and balance updates will obviously be released following launch, as and when needed, further plans about post-launch content haven't yet been decided. We're concentrating on the release of Nightrain first and foremost, but we will make considerations after the game's release, Ishizaki said, especially in the form of post-release updates, balance updates, things like this that we've done with previous games. This will definitely be a priority going forward. For anything else, we're still in the process of thinking about the possibilities. Network test. Nightrain is due out sometime in 2025, and though a specific release date is currently unknown, we do know when the players will get their first chance to go hands-on with the multiplayer action RPG. A closed network test is scheduled for February. It will feature a portion of the game and will allow you to play as 4 of the 8 characters. Registration for the network tests are set to open on January 10th as per FromSoftware. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.